Welcome to Tennis Sucks, a pickleball podcast by Travis Rettenmeyer and Graham D'Amico. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Ruck Pack, your all-purpose bag for pickleball, gym, travel, etc. Unique features like solar panel for charging, an insulated area for food and compartments, and wonderful waterproof for wet clothing. Use code Rattlesnake15 and go ruck yourself. This week, we are going to be talking about getting in trouble for breaking pickleball news, updates about the MLP draft, like is it ever going to happen, previews and predictions for the PPA Masters, and Travis getting screwed again. So, take it away, guys.
Isn't that a beautiful voice?
Beautiful.
I mean, I feel like that's meant for something, right?
The only reason I came to this pod while sick is because I wanted to hear my voice deeper in an episode.
You sound manly today.
I'm really excited about this episode, to be honest.
Wow, you for once don't sound nasally and nerdy.
Yeah, I know. I wish my voice was always like this.
I just thought you'd actually sound decent.
Yeah.
For once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey now.
Boy.
That's ridiculous. All right, well, so last week, we broke some news about some new balls, and then I guess we got in trouble.
Yeah, I got a call from Chris Patrick of the PPA essentially saying that it's in my contract that I can't unveil news prior to them releasing it or something. I don't know. But I was pretty quick to say, like, look, I'm going to speak. The funny part about it was, though, is I got a box from Vulcan. This was on 1/4 that he called me January 4th. And then in my box, it says, hey, make sure you don't break this news before 1/1/24. So I had to send him that and say, hey, he says to me, I've never seen that before. I was like, well, you might want to communicate with your ball sponsor who just paid $2.5 million before.
Allegedly.
Before
We're getting another call right now.
I fucking call. I actually said, like, you can't put a muzzle on me. I'm probably getting fined a couple times this year. Graham will split it.
I'll split the Nasty Nelson.
Anyway.
The Nasty Nelson will help pay for your fine, so start hitting more of them.
This won't be released by then. If I play Jack on Wednesday or Thursday and mixed, first ball in front of me, I'm going Nasty Nelson. First point.
Okay.
You hear that, Jack? You won't know this till after because that's 4 days. We got time. But I'm coming for you, Jack. First ball. Welcome to the PPA Tour. Welcome to Pickleball.
Suck it, sock.
Suck it, sock. Can anyone else say the last time they played you, they beat you? I can.
So you have played with the Vulcan balls now?
I have.
And what's the verdict?
We already released this, didn't we?
No, not really. We did like real quick on your social.
Oh, gotcha.
It's okay. I mean, it's not like a great ball. I don't think it's a horrible ball either. It's a good ball. I like the fact that finally they're using the bright yellow. I always liked that about the Franklin. So I didn't like the color of the Dura for the longest time, like that, whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah.
You know the weird color they have?
Dura?
Yeah.
The yellow? Pale yellow?
It's kind of like a pale yellow. It's hard to see. So it's a bright yellow.
It's
pretty
like
lively.
urine with some minerals and vitamins in it.
Fantastic. It's pretty lively out of the gate. So for like 15 minutes, maybe less, 10 minutes, I would say it plays fast, and then it softens up a ton. And then the big downside of it is it just goes out around really fast, so it doesn't hold shape. I still vote that the Franklin's the best ball. That's my favorite ball. Yes, it's softer than the others, and I wish it was firmer, but it never goes out around. And for me, the most important thing is that it doesn't go out around.
If you make it firmer, it will go out around easier. That's the issue. No one's found that happy space.
Got you. Okay, and that's probably true.
Would you say the Vulcan ball reminds you a lot of the number one ball in St. Pete, the Dwell ball?
The ball with the number one hardness, it's super firm, is the Dwell ball, and they are comparable for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the Dwell ball is slightly firmer than the Vulcan ball. And then the logo comes off in about 48 seconds. So it's a yellow ball. But yeah, it's a good ball. I heard that PPA, and this will be validated, but
This sounds like Chris Patrick talking right now, not Travis Rettenmeyer.
I'm being honest.
Oh, all right.
I've been playing fucking well with the ball. Of course I like the ball.
Yeah.
Okay. But they're changing the ball every game. So like you play one game, new ball. Next game, new ball. So if they do that, great. If you play the ball longer than 15 to 20 minutes, it gets really, really soft, then I don't like it.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. Softens up fast.
But so if you say it's firm and fast at the beginning and then softens during the game, you're having to calibrate throughout the entire match. And then,
no, because the game, let's say one game generally is 20 to 25 minutes. So maybe it gets soft a little bit towards the end of the game, but not too bad. It's if you continue. Right. So yeah, it'll probably get a little softer towards, 10-7. It's probably a little softer, but the fact that they're now changing balls every game is great. Great to hear.
Do you think that amateurs are going to start buying Vulcans to play with? Or,
I don't think they have a choice. They have to.
They do have a choice, actually. I want to chime in
Oh
again.
my God.
Graham, this is not a fucking spot for
If
your
they want to
fucking
get, if they want to
company.
get a cheaper version that's
Jesus.
just as good or better, that's identical, they can just go to
Yours is
dwellpickleball.com.
slightly firmer.
Number one hard.
It's the hardest.
The hardest.
It's super hard. It's the Viagra of balls.
And just use code sucker and get 25% off.
Okay, are you done?
Wow.
I'm done.
So that makes it what? Per ball, Graham, what is your ball?
$1.50.
$1.50. And the Vulcan is $4?
$17. I have no idea. $4 or $5, I
It's
think.
It's
You guys wanna
$4
laugh?
a ball.
I got something that I had a dream the other night about what Vulcan's advertisement should be. It should be the golden goose, but laying their balls.
Oh.
So
Because
like,
it's so expensive?
because it's so expensive. Like,
Got you. Because it's like a golden ball.
Oh, okay.
I got it. Yeah, no, they're going to have to buy them because if you're playing PPA events,
Right.
and
Yeah.
you're going to have to buy them.
Yeah.
for sure.
So, I mean, it's a great deal for Vulcan. It was a good play by them. And
I
I'm
mean,
sure
how
they'll
many-
sell a ton of fucking balls.
How many balls are they going to have to sell to make this contract worth it?
It'll be more than worth it.
Yeah.
More than worth it. I think they stole that contract, in my opinion.
Stole it to whatever, allegedly a substantial number. It was funny too when PPA did their announcement.
I think it's
Did
worth
you
more
see
than
that when they put the ball and they're like, "Can you guess which ball this is?" And then there was like 1,700 comments, and it was like, "Dude, it literally says on the Vulcan website already, official ball of the PPA." Like, come on, man.
It was a pretty bad kept secret. And I
Yeah.
think that even Jimmy had like announced it too and beforehand. So
Also, I was saying, got yelled at. Alex Trong, who was on the episode with us and announced about the owl ball coming out. She got a call from the APP.
Did she really?
really?
Yep.
Oh,
She
poor
was
Alex.
she was nervous about it, but I guess it wasn't as bad as she thought it was going to be. They're kind of get her feedback for the most part
Oh, okay.
Okay.
because her feedback wasn't all that great on here. So they were trying to figure out what they could do better.
Oh, like the actual ball feedback is not great. Yeah.
She thought
okay.
she was getting yelled at, but she was like, "Yeah, all the top people from APP and Owl called me on a call. I thought I was going to like be kicked off the tour."
Really?
I'm like, "I'm so sorry, Alex.
Could you
If
imagine?
If you need
No.
some support, Travis and I know exactly what that's like. Give us a call."
We have a history of inviting people on this podcast and then them doing exceptionally well afterwards. So
We
I
did.
mean, in their
Uh,
performance,
yeah.
that's true.
Rachel won after. I think Anna did really well after she came on our podcast or something. I forget, but yeah. I think that Alex is
Zane.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always, yeah. Okay.
That's true.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess.
All right, my next note here, which I think that Travis is especially delighted to hear, is that Graham's wrong and he's ready to admit it.
Yeah.
you-
So my prediction was that we would have a draft by the first week of January, and that we'd be playing our first event by the end of January. I was off by several weeks. Our draft is now set aside for January 24th, and our first event will be the first week of February, according to the schedules. Right
Okay.
now.
Yes. If everything holds as of now.
Yeah.
If the merger goes through.
Okay, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I
Thank
guess
you
is the way to say
for
it.
your admitting you're wrong, Graham. I know that's painful.
Is that why he's sick?
No, Graham's sick because he has the immune system of an 85-year-old man. And if his body is strained even 2% outside of his normal routine of a half a mile drive that way, crescent, a half a mile drive, then he gets sick.
It's kind of like a Lamborghini.
Finely tuned.
It's tuned all
Right,
the way
I
to the
understand.
max.
Right.
That if I have to do
Just
this,
a little bit.
if I got to do anything,
Like your Audi.
if I even have to fly to Indianapolis
Yes.
in the freezing cold
Can't do it.
for $800 ticket,
Was it really?
it was awful. I could have gone to
Jesus.
Europe for 20 hours in freezing cold Indianapolis. I paid $800
Oh
round
my
trip.
God.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm going private next time.
Genius.
Yeah, I got sick and it's been awful. This is like my first time out of the house in 2 days.
Yeah, you've been really grumpy in our conversations.
Oof, it's
so
been rough.
grumpy.
It's been rough.
Jesus.
I'm trying to work through sickness. That's not fun.
You don't have to be rude to people.
Yeah.
So bringing it slightly back, MLP draft to January 24th. You're saying it's dependent on the merger. I mean, this must be imminent now. Like,
No, I think the
Do
draft will happen whether the merger happens or not.
Oh,
right,
okay.
Travis? They're going to do it either way
I don't know.
because they got events scheduled.
are they going to stream it? Like, what's the situation?
They didn't last time. They should. My gut tells me they will not stream it. They will more than likely record it and maybe put out some recording or presentation of the picks later on down the road.
Are you
Hopefully
going to
before the first event?
Are you going to be there in person? Like, is it an event in person or is it remote?
I don't think so, no. I think they've created a platform online for us to make our picks.
Okay. Maybe you guys should stream it live.
Are you drilling us right now so that you can create more content for the Dink tomorrow morning before this even comes out? Or is this for the pod?
My allegiance is with you.
So do you want to talk about changes this year that we know about for MLP?
Sure.
All right. There's going to be, same as before, 4 players per team in Premier.
Yep.
But there are going to be 6 players drafted per team in Challenger.
Yes.
So we can come with a 6-player roster in Challenger this year.
Wow.
And we were just on the phone less than an hour ago discussing what kind of substitutions we're going to allow for that.
Yeah, they could make it like soccer, basically, where you can substitute someone once, but once you do, they're out for the remainder of the match. Or they're going to try to make it more like basketball, where they can go in and out, in and out, and out. But that's unlikely because then you could kind of like have one player play way more than the other player. I think most likely is it's going to be like baseball or soccer, where you can, Graham sucks, bring Travis in. He'll save the day.
Actually, the guy on the phone said, take Travis out, put Graham in, which I thought was hilarious.
Take Travis out, put Graham in. Graham's crushing it. And then, so I would be sitting for the remainder of the match. And whether that becomes like resets for the Dream Breaker or not, don't know yet. So that's cool because I like the substitution portion.
Yeah, my argument was, why not just let us sub in and out as much as we want? But they made a counterpoint to that is, let's say Ben Johns is on our Challenger team, and we just play him both mixed matches and men's match. You know what I mean? Like, we never sit him. We just keep subbing him in for every single match.
Right.
So that's why they can't do that.
Got it.
You can have a ringer that plays like literally both mixed and men's,
Yeah,
or let's say both
you
women.
can't have somebody playing
women.
both matches. Like that
3 of the
can't
4.
happen. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
So that was one, and then the scoring will now change to 25. Win by 2. There will be no freeze
And it's
whatsoever.
not locked in stone yet. It's still being discussed, but it's likely where it's going to go.
The scoring
correct?
system, I believe, is.
Yeah. But
Wow.
I don't. Yeah. So
That's
was
pretty
just-
big news.
Yeah, it is because it was just being fabricated too much. Like the drama was just like they needed to do it. It was past that gimmicky stage. It's like, let's have real matches, and whoever wins wins.
Right.
there's enough drama off the court.
Well, the player pool that you can draft from, is that going to be any different from the players that we've seen in the existing Challenger division, or are there new players that we won't have seen yet?
There will be a lot of new players.
There'll be a lot of new players. It's going to be all the people. That's a tough one to answer because it should be all the people that signed contracts, but not everybody has renegotiated their contract or locked in. So who knows what the pool will look like.
Yeah.
It'll be the same. It'll be able to draft from everyone who's a contract and probably who's not.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Will we see any repeat Florida Smash players, or are you going to redraft the whole team?
Everyone redrafts the whole team, but we could redraft some of the same players.
Yeah.
Of course.
And do you have any thoughts on who you would like to draft at this point?
We haven't thought about it because we don't know when the draft is going to be. And we don't know exactly how the draft is going to be set up.
So do you get like a list of players that you can draft from early before the draft, or are you just reacting to like what you see on the day?
We get a list, but the problem is all those people can be picked up in Premier. So to really spend a ton of time evaluating, especially your first round, is difficult. What you would spend more time on is probably like your second, third, and fourth round. Hoping that they're available like who you want. That's how we've done it in the past. We've set up a list of like, we want this 6 players in the first round, these 6 players in the second round. Because you'd have no idea who's going to be available come your draft. And Challenger will be a snake draft, just like it's always been, all the way through 6 rounds. But Premier is going to be an auction. Like you can trade or bid the player. Do you know this better than I do, Travis, or no?
I don't.
So I think the first 2 rounds of the Premier, you can basically, you bid on a draft position. Like whoever pays the most gets the draft in that spot. And then for rounds 3 and 4, it's a snake draft. But Travis doesn't seem to have heard this anywhere, so maybe I'm making this up.
No, I've heard it.
Okay.
I've heard it. You just asked if I knew it better than you, or I haven't paid much attention to it.
Okay.
It hasn't been where my focus has.
So this is
been.
where the teams that are willing to spend more money are going to have an advantage over the teams that are not.
Just like in every sport.
Yeah, exactly. This is where the Yankees and...
We're going to have to get into our farm system, here in Crescent Lake and find some fucking ringers.
I'm on it right now. I'm doing it. As we're doing the pod, I'm watching. Been watching Scott Simon. Nope, definitely not.
He's got attitude problems.
Those who are called to do a lot, carry a lot. The makers, the doers, the movers. Moving at a fast pace requires tools that keep up, that lighten the load, that push us forward. Because with the right tools, there's nothing you can't shoulder. Ruck Pack, something for everyone.
All right. So there's you had a note here about a funny thought that you had about coal plunges and the Titanic. You want to elaborate on this?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I forgot about this. I'm glad I put it in the notes. It's not that funny now that I hear it.
Oh, really?
being said
Oh,
back
my
to me.
God.
I'm sure it wasn't.
Maybe it would be funny.
So
Yeah.
it wasn't my original thought. I heard it somewhere. But the thought was cold plunges are so popular now.
Yes.
Were the people that were on the Titanic, was their, and they were going into the cold water, was their vitality increasing for the first 2 or 3 minutes?
What is wrong with you?
And they were feeling energized and like,
Yes, they were feeling their adrenaline was very
they're
high.
actually going to live a lot longer.
What are you talking
And then
about?
it hit some plateau, and then it suddenly wasn't beneficial any longer. Do you know what I mean? Like their life expectancy increased for a couple minutes there, and then it dropped really
I
fast.
assumed, yeah, they must
Yeah,
have
of
had
course
some
it did.
heightened, like, you know, but I don't
Very.
think it was like a positive thing.
No, and then again, Graham, it goes against your whole basis that their heart rate rose dramatically, and therefore they're going to die sooner. So it kind of is conflicting. Like the cold plunge brings your heart rate up. So do you die sooner or do you live longer?
That was the whole conversation. That's why I thought it was a good topic to bring up.
It's not a good topic. Please move on quickly, Luke.
All right, let's segue real quick.
Jesus,
Well, I think we have some
Sorry
shout-
to all the
suckers.
families of the survivors and suckers of the Titanic.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh.
I thought you would apologize to our listeners for sure, but also apologize to the
Surviving
families,
families.
the surviving families of the suckers or of the fucking Titanic. All right. Jesus Christ.
All right, well, quickly,
Yeah, quickly.
since that's part, there was the collegiate finals. Was it the Duper collegiate finals or was it the APP collegiate finals?
It was actually it was the APP. Everyone's trying to get into college now because that's how you groom and farm for players coming up, right? But no, this was APP.
Yeah.
And actually, I think the UTR was one of the sponsors, the competitive.
Okay.
The
rating system,
I just happened to be in Indianapolis while it was happening, so I got to watch some of it.
We had some success for the Florida teams, right?
Yeah, the University of Florida got second, which is way better than they normally do. And here's the reason: they have Jack Foster on their team,
Yeah, I saw that.
who
He and Django now are.
unbeatable. That's a little tough. Like,
And then who beat
So
them?
it-
Utah Tech beat them or something like that, right?
yeah, Utah Tech, they always win. They're always number one.
Why? Who do they have? They have
'cause-
good girls?
No, they have good everything because they give scholarships.
Oh,
You can get not a full ride, but you can get, I think, up to 6 credits per semester if you play pickleball for them.
wow.
So they're grabbing really good talent and they're
Got
in
it.
Utah, so they're grabbing
Uh-huh.
all the best talent from around Utah
Got it.
to come to their school. And so their team's better. It used to be North Carolina State until they lost Colin Schick. And even with Colin Schick, Utah State was a little bit better. But Florida's been like the 13th or 15th best team.
Okay.
And now Foster came in, they're now the second best team. They jumped
Of
from
course,
15 to 2.
that's a huge asset.
Which that's
there.
what I was going to say to you. So there should be some rule at some point. Like, what if you went back to UCLA to take classes? Do you get to play on the collegiate team?
Yeah.
Let's do it. What's that famous guy who went to go play golf? He was a basketball player.
J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith. You could be the next J.R. Smith.
Just take like a evening course in like basket weaving or something, and then go and play on the test.
Yeah, I don't want to take the classes. If you take the classes, I'll play the pickleball.
But I thought there's a conversation to be had there about, pros suddenly going to get their masters and dominating collegiate pickleball.
Yeah, that's going to happen. That'll uplift the sport.
But it was cool to see a lot of like people that age, in that age range, that were good at pickleball. It was like really neat to watch. Like, dozens and dozens of 20-year-olds that were like solid players. You don't
Yeah.
see that a lot,
Right.
I did mean, I put this in the notes, but real quick, are you familiar with the new serving rule for next year?
Yes, I
Okay.
think.
Are you familiar, Luke?
I don't think
With
so.
the PPA?
Is this just unique to the PPA?
Unique to the PPA.
Oh.
You told me, I think this. You can't like toss the ball up anymore. It has to be a drop.
You have to put your palm down, apparently. And I think they're adjusting that. Like that rule's already being, but you have to put it at your navel and the ball must go down. You can't lift the ball up at all. So it has to drop. So they're basically taking out that subjective, is he hitting it below the navel? Is he not hitting it below the navel? The ball literally has to leave your hand and go straight down.
Oh, interesting.
So I think you're going to see some
then-
drop serves. I think you're going to see
But
some.
then who's deciding how high your navel is for the drop? It's the
Good
same
question.
issue there, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like if my hand has to be like this, then I can't.
But I'm saying,
off.
what if it's here and you say my navel's high? And they're like, no, that's at your nipple, Tyson.
I understand. I think they're trying.
Yeah.
To get rid of the serve being a huge weapon.
Gotcha.
Do you think that the drop serve can be weaponized more than dropping it from your navel?
Potentially. I was messing with it today. I think it's possible, but
No,
I don't
why?
know
Why
yet.
would drop serving be better than?
Because you can hit the ball with an upward trajectory where the ball's already lifting. I think you might be able to create more spin than just.
Oh, gotcha.
It's possible, but I don't know yet. I can't answer that with
You
any.
also have, assumingly, you have more time to think about what you're doing with a drop serve than just dropping it. Like, with a toss, you like actually get some time to like watch the ball as it's lifting and coming back down. You're just dropping it from your navel, then like you have a lot less time to think about what you're doing.
You're not thinking about what you're doing. That's predetermined. If you're thinking about what you're doing as you've tossed the ball, then you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I always make contact on when the ball's going down, not when it's at its peak, so it won't make any difference for me.
Okay.
Got it.
Please, again, move on quick.
All right. Well, I'm very, very excited that we have the return of some pro pickleball play with
Yes.
the Masters this week.
Very
It's been
exciting.
what feels like 6 months. But yeah, very excited. There's some interesting developments in terms of matchups and who's playing with who. The first thing that I saw today, actually, in prepping for the pod, was that Lee Waters is back.
Oh, shit.
And
Really?
she's playing mixed with Christian Olshan.
Oh,
That
that's
is
interesting.
very interesting.
They're going to get routed. That's my prediction.
I think that they're the
Routed.
23rd seed.
Yeah, they're not going to do well. That's my guess.
I'm going to disagree with that.
Really? Okay.
I'm not going to say they're going to do great. I don't think they're going to get routed.
Well, yeah, it depends on their draw. Obviously, they're going to be okay, but they're not like a threat to make the semi.
Let me think about this. Yeah, you're probably right. They're a round of 16 team.
There you go. I
Okay.
agree with that. Yeah.
All right. I wouldn't call that routing. I'd like to be a round of 16.
I assume then the reason for that is obviously she's been coaching him and working with him so closely that
And I want to say that with that, like, credit to Lee. That's fucking awesome coming back from what she have? Torn ACL or torn MCL? And she's
Yeah,
back
something
playing. I think she's, mid 40s? Late 40s?
I don't want to guess and get in trouble like
Okay,
you
I
just
don't
did.
want. But either way, she's the fact that she's, mom and she's going to go play, that's cool. Good
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah. Not
Well,
playing
She probably
women's
signed a
doubles
nice big
though.
contract to get that.
Probably. Damn. Nice shot.
Yeah, I guess she would. Yeah, she wouldn't have had a contract to sign, right? So
So she signed a
Oh,
contract.
she did. Okay.
It's better than Travis's. That's
I
for sure.
guarantee that. 100%.
Jeannie Bouchard also makes a debut at the Masters this week. She's playing women's doubles with Wang.
Don't know who that is.
You didn't know the woman's first name.
I don't
Luke.
know who that is.
Luke, come on.
Yeah, do you?
I don't know who it is.
Do you know any Wangs?
No, I do
I
not
don't
know
know.
which Wang she's playing with.
Okay.
I know a lot of Wangs.
But she's playing mixed with
Tyler.
Tyler Leung.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I guess did we know that already, I think maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, Travis said. Oh, so, all right, here's a good one for you. Who's better? Tyler Leung and Jeannie Bouchard, or Lee Waters
Oh, Alshon and Lee.
and Alshon?
Lee Waters is 10 times better than Jeannie will be right now.
Okay.
I don't think Jeannie's played. I bet she's played 12 hours pickleball.
Really?
Yeah.
She said she's really excited about this event.
Of
And to
course.
show her
What do you think she's
competitive
gonna
nature.
say? That she sucks? What, I mean, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm not saying from her, from you. Of course she's going to say she's excited.
I haven't seen her Wimbledon highlights yet. I forgot to do that research, but I will. I'm going to do it this
Look,
week.
I'm sure she could get good, but I don't think she's good yet at all.
Okay.
I've seen she's also playing singles, which I assume she might do a little bit better in.
Yeah, she got the, what is it called again? The corporate seed. She gets to move forward.
It's just like because she's well known, they're gonna like put her in there. She doesn't have to qualify. Just 'cause
No,
they-
no quality. She goes straight into the round of 32, just like Sock and Chick did as the 30 seed in men's doubles at the expense of Sorry, did I move it along too fast?
Oh, no, go ahead. Tell us. That's a good segue.
I mean, for fuck's sake. First of all, Zane, fuck you, man. You know, I had my plans. Zane was supposed to be my partner, which would have probably made us like, I don't know, the 8th seed, 9th seed, something like that. And instead, I had to play with Roscoe Bellamy, which I really like Roscoe, so it's not his fault, but he doesn't have any points. So we are the 16th seed, and Roscoe calls me on like Sunday night, Saturday night, and he's like, hey, we play Tuesday. Like, what are you talking about? The tournament starts on Wednesday. No, we're in the play-in draw. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I've never been in a play-in draw in my life. We're in the play-in draw. Okay, so I look at the draw, and he's like, we're seeded 16, but the 30 seed, Sock and Schick, are in a bye position where we have to play 2 matches to get to the round of 32. Anyways, I instantly write and complain because this is unfair, and sports is supposed to be the one place where you can't buy your position. And in tennis, for instance, we have wild cards, but you all start in the same position. So, you know, without trying to make this too confusing, basically, I have to play on Tuesday, and Sock and Schick don't play till Wednesday, even though we are 14 spots ahead of them in the seedings.
Wow. That's wild.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty wild too. I think it's, I understand why they're doing it. The issue that I have is that I didn't hear about this, like I said, until Saturday. I got a kid. I got to make arrangements. I got a flight. I got my hotel. All those things I have to change because of something that I didn't know about. And then let's be really clear about this. The progressive draw is not the same as it was at the Nationals. Okay? At Nationals, everybody started, I think it was round of 32, and you played Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I loved that. That's awesome. Do that. Now, to like have players play less, if you are a 9 through 16 seed, you start in the round of 32. If you are a 1 through 8 seed, you start in the round of 16. So right now, the way it's drawn up, I have to play 3 matches to play against Ben and Colin, who will have played, that will be their first match.
Right.
That's not a progressive draw.
You'll be warmed up.
Yeah, I get it. Look, I get it. But it's like, I thought this was going to be, you know, like a move towards what they do in tennis, and it's not. It's a move towards making the top players play less. And, you know, I don't know. I didn't like what I saw.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like the favoritism shit, you know, and I'm not saying that that's the play, but
You don't like it because it never favors you.
Well, no one favors me.
If you were Sock, you'd like it.
Well, no shit.
Or Colin Schick.
And I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but that's not what sports is. Sports isn't supposed to be that way. I didn't think. Like, I had this conversation. For example, Rafa requests night match at the U.S. Open. He gets it because he's fucking Rafa. But it's not like, hey, I don't want to play till Friday. No, he doesn't get that. You know, like, everyone's on the same footing on that front.
Rafa wants night matches?
No, but I'm saying, like, if he requests a certain time, let's say Federer or him, Djokovic, they request that they want to play it. Sure. Of course they do.
Oh, even if I thought they just put him in prime time.
Well, they usually do. And there might be a negotiation, but they can come in and request it, and the odds are their requests will be heard a lot more than Graham D'Amico's. See what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying. Rafa's not playing the Australian, by the way. It's a sad moment for me.
Look at you, man. Fucking on the shit.
That was my thing. Don't fall for it.
What?
My factoid that I learned so that I can have conversations with people.
I know. Trust me. Graham, you think I don't know that? You think I think for 1 second that you've watched one bit of the tournaments that are going? Graham, tell me the tennis tournaments that are going on right now.
The Brisbane just finished. And
Brisbane, Jesus.
Brisbane just finished.
And what did you call it?
Coco Gauff won it. Second year in a row.
Wow, you are on
Two-time
top
champ.
of your reading, huh? It's amazing. For a guy that never watches sports, you know, what is sports nut, huh? You know a lot, Graham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what else is going on. I also know that they're going to call the Cincinnati Open this year for the first time since like 1905. It's no longer going to be called whatever it was called before.
Oh, really? Western Southern Financial?
Yeah, it's going to be called Cincinnati Open again for the first time in like 110 years.
You got a ton of info.
Yeah. I was going to use it on you later to start some conversation about tennis.
Yeah, maybe you're right, Graham. Maybe if the draw did favor me, I would be more in favor of it.
Of course.
Well, for me, it sucks, and I got fucked for this one, okay?
I mean, this is how life is. Losers complain, and winners are happy.
Okay, but in this particular instance, 9 through 16 apparently is a randomized seeding. And so I was unlucky in the sense that one of those 8 seeds was going to be dropped down, and it just happened to be us. That's 12.5%.
You need to be a top 8 seed, is what that means.
I just need Zane to play.
Stop being a 16 seed.
Can I ask Zane to play?
It'd have been more funny if you were playing with Zane, you were the 9th seed, and they still took your spot. That would have been
that
would have been
could have
crazy.
happened.
Are you gonna have some words with Connor when you see him in person?
No.
Oh, you're not.
No, and in fact, he just wrote me right now, like to answer any questions. Somebody else. There are no questions. Like it's what's done is done. I just don't agree with it.
Yeah.
I understand it. Like you want to have Jack where he is, but like let him earn his place. Fuck.
Yeah, people are gonna want to see the 30 seed take wins anyway, and he needs some more. He needs some more rounds under his belt. Yeah, I don't get it. So what if he goes out in the first round? It shows you'll be able to see how much he progresses throughout the year.
Sure.
He'll go from 30 seed to 6 seed throughout the year.
Well, good news is in mixed, I think if Lacey and I win one match, we get to play Jack and Catherine. So I'm stoked for that one.
Nice.
Nasty Nelson, here we come.
Does so your points are gonna get hurt right away anyhow because right?
I didn't play Masters last year.
I'm saying the points you get are already being hurt because of the fact that you're having to play before you even get to the round of 32. Like Jack Sock's gonna get more points just for
exactly.
being
That's my
there than
point.
you are.
Exactly. That's my point.
If he's already going to go up and you're already going to go down,
Correct.
almost regardless of what the results are.
Well, no, that's not true. If I get to the round of 32 and he's in the round of 32, but I have to win 2 matches to get the same amount of points as he does to show up.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That ain't right. I wonder what he feels about that. I want to get Jack. Jack, come on here. I want to hear what you think about that favoritism.
Yeah, you think he'll finally come on the pod now that he's converted
He's a
to
pickleball player
pickleball
now. Yeah.
Do you have any other predictions about the Masters? Any other matchups that you think are worth watching? Anyone that's going to surprise us, you think?
I don't know. I think it's going to be status quo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That would make sense. Yeah. It's a shame. Oh, we'll see how Leia does in singles. Obviously, she's back, so that's exciting.
Yep, Leia's back.
Yeah, last I heard, she wasn't going to play the Masters, but all of a sudden I looked at it and her name was in there.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
Only other pickleball news I've got, I don't know if you guys have anything interesting to say about this, is that Tyson and Deck will both move to Joola.
Yeah.
So it seems like Yola's kind of like making even more moves.
100%. They're spending more money on sponsored players right now.
Yeah.
Because they did so well.
They've done so well.
In the market share that they need to spend some money on stuff.
Yeah.
Before year end.
And their paddles sound hot, man. We played with Anna quite a bit about a week and a half ago, and then
I
watched a few videos of Tyson playing with his new paddle, and Jesus, it sounds like a rocket ship.
But those won't get in trouble because that's the company that Ben Johns plays with.
Well, and they don't have a deflection test yet, like that's appropriate to show the speed.
Yeah.
It's coming, though. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to fucking happen with paddles? That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah. That is all she wrote. So, yeah.
Okay.
Liking the predictions. So we're excited to tune in this week, watch some good pickleball.
Yep.
Are you going to be watching, Graham?
Yeah, 100% I'll watch this.
Oh, grand. Fantastic.
I mean, we're not going to see Travis, but I'm going to watch Jack Sock play. He'll probably be on center court as the 16 seed or the 30 seed.
You don't think I'm going to get through my...
Not to a TV court, no.
Thanks, Graham. Okay. Been really fun. It's my good buddy Graham here. All right. Go fuck yourself, Graham. Crescent Lake, love you. Luke, you have a beautiful voice. And Graham, go fuck yourself.
Go ruck yourself.
Go ruck yourself.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, bye.